let me ask you this before we take calls. How many Facebook followers do you have now?
Over 30,000.
Good for you.
That's not counting my friends. I have 5,000 friends.
How do they find you?
They just go to Facebook and Richard C. Hoagland, and it will take you right to my Facebook page. Or you can go to enterprisemission.com. There's a link to my Facebook page, the public page, the fan page, as they call it, right at the very top. I'd love to have lots of new people because the conversation that I engage in, and I engage in a lot of conversation with folks that come over and want to talk to me. This is important because if this is going to unfold the way I think it's going to unfold, it will save civilization. It will do all the things that we have to do to put America back as number one and to set a tone for the planet so that we, united as a human species, reach out and figure out who the hell we are by touching with human beings in a human spaceflight program that will be heir to the Apollo program that John Kennedy, gave us because of his vision, that everybody can be proud of and that will lift all boats. We need something as big as a war, but not a war. And this is it, if our scenario projections are accurate.
Let's hope it's not a war. Max in Denver, Colorado. We'll go you first, Max. Thanks for calling.
Yes, I'd like to know about that case of Mars in your book, The Heritage of Mars you were going to write years ago. And I want to know why you're not talking about UFO Diaries, Hoagland. Where's those faces? This Mars reveal a mad Mars. I want them.
Because I don't do UFOs.
You never did UFOs?
Nope.
How come you never got involved in UFOs?
Because it's a bottomless sinkhole. Years and years and years ago, when I was back at the museum, in the days when John Glenn was just going into orbit, and I was invited on a local radio station to talk about, ETs and UFOs and all that, because UFOs are very, interesting back then. There have been some sighting in the Midwest, and the Air Force came out with the most cockamamie, absurd, idiotic explanation. And I realized at that point that this is a no-win scenario. This is the Kobayashi Maru. You'll never, it's like the tar baby. You'll never get out of being dependent on official agencies to tell you the truth.
No, they won't tell you. That's what I keep telling Steve Bass. He's going to be on Thursday for an hour.
I understand. And Steve now is, look, Stephen is doing important work because he's keeping that subject politically out there.
He's keeping it going.
He got a response from the White House. Why did the White House even respond to him?
Well, it's because he had enough petitions, I guess.
But look who responded. It wasn't the president. It was this flaky intern who knew nothing about space or ETs or UFOs. And when push comes to shove at the right time, they'll be able to say it was a total plausible deniability. He simply didn't know what was really going on. So this is a multi-level puzzle. It's like a Chinese puzzle box. And Steve's got a part of it. We've got a part of it. A lot of other people have parts of it. This is a ticking clock, George. I think 2012 is the year, and I think the doorway whereby the human race finally gets to see the big picture is on Mars, waiting in Gale Crater, with a spacecraft called Curiosity barreling toward Mars at several miles per second, eating up the miles even as we speak. And isn't it interesting that it's named Curiosity? Remember how Curiosity got tagged with
that's right,
with that poem, Curiosity Killed the Cat?
Killed the Cat.